Alright, look, I'm going to share with you the truth about semen retention that probably nobody really shares with you or has the courage to talk about. When you retain as a man, you can't keep up with the bullshit of our society. You can't live a boring life anymore. You can't go to your 9 to 5 and feel okay about it. You can't go for shallow dating and women who do not truly see themselves or you. You can't. When you retain, the depth and truth about your masculinity is coming to the surface. You see, you retain all that masculine, potent energy inside of your body, and it's getting amplified. So what's getting amplified is everything of who you are as a man, everything that makes you be a man. And you know, in history everywhere you see that man, they love to conquer, they loved adventure, they loved novelty, they loved challenge. Men loved challenge. They love to be out there in this world. So, if you want to be comfortable at home, if you want to live your life pretending that it's fine to have that routine and that soul-sucking job and that shitty relationship, then alright. It's okay to wank here and there and deplete yourself, and probably you can just keep on doing it. But if you choose to retain and you feel the desperate urge to taste this life, to taste all of it, to go out there and risk, to start new projects, new things, to travel, to face your fears, to actively chase the unknown. That's the desire you're gonna feel when you retain. And some would say, I'm restless, I'm just restless, I'm nervous. But that's not it. You're nervous because you become a wild animal trapped in that little cage that society, school, your parents, all of those dogmas and structures, they have pressed you into that structure. They have told you a certain way of how to behave and how to be. You know, your job is a structure. Your relationship has a structure. The way you talk, the way you behave. And suddenly, your energy, your creative life force increases. And with that, you feel the walls of this prison. You feel it and you feel like, wait a second, something is wrong here. When you are retaining your semen as a man, you smell all that bullshit. You are highly intuitive. You smell when something is crap, you know? You're hyper aware of it. And you can no longer keep up with it. You simply cannot. So be aware. Be aware of that risk when you retain. That you might be changing your life, because it will. You're going to want to change your life. You're going to want to work out more. You're going to want to eat healthier. You will attract women much easier. They can feel and sense that energy and desire. You want to be more out. You want to have challenge. You don't like plans. You're way more spontaneous. You're more spontaneous because you are more intuitive. You feel more. You're more in tune and alignment with your higher self. So you feel exactly where the flow of life is taking you. You get highly sensitive to the flow of life, and you move with it. You're spontaneous. You know, you dance with life. Whereas before you were not that sensitive to these nuances of life. You didn't feel them as much, you see. You didn't feel them as much. You were like, whatever. I can go to my job. It sucks. Yeah, it's okay, but I'm doing it. I can sleep with my woman in the evening and she's fine. She's nagging and she's crossing my boundaries, but at least she ain't gonna leave me. At least she gives me some titty and comfort and I'm comfortable with it. It's a distraction. It was never meant to be that way. We've never meant to live a comfortable life. And when we retain our semen, we realize that. We realize that we are way wilder, more enthusiastic, more inspired, more adventurous than we've ever been, than we ever imagined to be. When we retain our semen, our sexual energy is amplified, we realize there's so much inside of us that wants to be expressed. We can no longer pretend that we are fine with a comfortable life, with the safe paycheck, the safe job. It feels also comfortable and good, but we can no longer pretend. We can no longer pretend that we don't feel depressed and bored in that life. And then we watch action movies and we express that desire in the action movie. We seek it there, but the James Bond and all of the heroes, we are the hero of our story. We have been supposed to live out there and live our dreams and express what's in our heart, you know. And that is attractive to a woman as well. So in semen retention, it's not just that your aura, your energy is amplified and increased, and that's what they feel as well, but more so they feel that there is a passionate man, a man who has not lost his fire, a man who loves to be in this life, who loves to go out and do things, who wants to take an adventure, who wants to chase the unknown, who is not scared all the time of things, not scared of money, not scared of validation, not scared of what people think, not scared of anything. That's what they want to feel. Retention is insane, and we don't even grasp the power of it. It's not just about having more testosterone and working out. No, it's bringing forth the soul. It's bringing forth the craving of a man's soul. That is what it shows. That is what it exposes. And for many, this craving, it is scary. It is scary, you know, because it doesn't fit in the confinements of this society. It simply doesn't fit in it anymore. We feel that these confinements, these prisons, they get too small. We are way wilder than that. We want to do way more than that. And we're way more spontaneous than that. A man is spontaneous. When we are retaining, as I said, we are so intuitive, aligned with our higher mind that we know exactly which way we need to go and what decision we need to take. But that's happening on a spontaneous level because you're so in tune. You don't just listen to your rational sense anymore. No, when you retain, you feel your intuition. You feel exactly the higher mind and you just follow that. You follow gut feeling, balls feeling. You follow that feeling, you go with it. And it always leads you to the right place. So honestly, before you retain, think about it, man. Think about it if you're ready for it. When you retain, you feel like you want to bend this life over and take it. You want to give everything you have. Energy always seeks a way to express itself. Music, poetry, recording videos. You will no longer just watch movies. You will no longer just chill and do nothing. Not because somebody pushes you, because you can't any other way. You have to express that energy in some way or another. If you ejaculate, it's easy. The energy's gone. Bam. Your creative life force is depleted for a moment. You're drained. You can go and watch Netflix. But if you retain, you need other ways to express it. Movement, sports, music, poetry, creativity, posting videos, whatever, you know what I mean. And that reconnection with this life force for the people around you, that's going to change, because you're going to change. You're going to be a different man. You're going to say like, no, today I can't. I can't just go and have the holiday kind of vibe. I have something that needs to be done, that wants to move through me. And I got to give that full attention, because if I'm not giving that full attention, you know what happens with me? I feel resentful. I feel uneasy. I feel nervous. I know that there is God moving through me, but I'm suppressing it in order to have the nice, comfortable life and a bit of coffee here and coffee there in the sun. And then at some point I feel like, no, man, something needs to be expressed here. That's how you are going to feel. And then they say, yeah, semen retention is not good. It makes you aggressive. No, it doesn't make you aggressive. If you find a way on how to channel that energy, on how to express it, you're not going to be aggressive. You are going to be highly creative. You're going to be highly passionate, highly interested in things. I can guarantee you this. But you need to have the time to actually express it. You actually need to risk to express it and to do it. And your life becomes an ecstatic ejaculation of your soul. Your entire life is going to be just that. You ejaculate yourself into this reality. You give everything you got. And if you don't, if you go to 9 to 5 and have that stuff that does not come close to what your soul is here to do, yeah, you're going to feel very bad. And then, you need drugs. You need something to numb it. You need the TV. You need the cigarettes. You need the alcohol. You need the shallow sex. You need the ejaculations. You need all of those things just to distract yourself from your soul's purpose. And if you retain, man, you're going to feel it. You're going to feel it coming to the surface. Your soul is there screaming like, let me do this. Let me write that book. Let me do those videos. Let me play that music. Let me do that sports. Let me travel the world. I want to travel the world. I want to see it. I'm not scared of where I'm going to end up. I'm not scared of what's going to happen with me. I got to do that now. I cannot show up tomorrow in my desk and in my walls in my office and listen to somebody telling me what to do. I can't do that anymore. Now imagine what that does with your life. It might change everything. And before you go on semen retention, be ready for that change. Know that it's gonna happen. Be ready for it. And if you're not, if you want to stay where you are, then just don't do it, man. Just don't do it. But don't go for the shallow advice that everybody gives you there, like, 14 days semen retention, 30 days semen retention. It's easy, just do that. No, man. Yeah, it is easy, but your soul is gonna come to the surface. And for some, they're just not ready for that. They don't want to feel that urge to live life. So you choose. You literally have the choice. And nobody blames you for what you choose. Nobody blames you. But if you want to be alive and inspired, I guess that's the way. I keep you updated. Keep you updated.